Oh, he literally put those fucking lights on to be like in his fucking his dark era, his angry era, and he turned them off when he was happy, bro.
Trespassing to the domain of the gods.
You are now listening to the Build Bros. Welcome back to another episode of Build Bros, your one-stop shop for Gunpla and anime news. What's going on, guys? How are you? This weekend I have Lewis.
Hi.
Alex.
Hello.
And Logie.
Hello.
And me, myself, Steve. What's new, guys?
And me, myself, Steve.
Lewis, start us off. How was your week, man?
Tonsils the size of tonsil stones the size of quarters on back of my throat. So Logan, assisted me with that with his pee-pee. But I'm feeling better. Antibiotics is out, so here comes the liquor. Yeah, buddy.
Here comes the lacquer or liquor?
The lacquer
A
liquor.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Alex, how was your week, man?
It was all right. Got my car semi-running again.
That's good,
Just
though.
that. So, yeah, it's real good. Going to get the rest fixed Tuesday. We'd be Gucci. Other than that, just been working.
What about you, Logan? Anything new?
I had a root canal, which was fun, and then just been battling, trying to figure out this house to move into. So it's been busy all week, and ready to relax. But it seems we don't get that chance too often.
I can understand that. Yeah, I mean, my week was pretty plain Jane, just worked, so nothing.
You worked a lot. You worked a lot of overtime too.
BB trying to make some money.
America.
What made sense to you? You took your little camping trip and you wanted to make up for it.
Yeah, so got some overtime in, and then got that order in through SMS. Did you guys get anything new recently?
Yes, I got my Tamiya paints from Taiwan, eBay, and
His fucking tracker, bro. It's
What the fuck is that?
That's the
my resin kit.
Oh, the resin kit.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I got this week was just those fluorescent plan aligners from DNR. They're really fun to test out.
Did you like them?
Yeah, they're kind of weird. They're interesting that you have to kind of use a base coat first for panel liner. It seems like which isn't too bad, but so there's 9 colors total, but the first one isn't really a color. It's a clear like base coat. They recommend that you use it. I think that it's kind of needed, but you basically they all come just like how Tamiya does with a brush on the cap, but you would just drop a little bit of like their first solution in the panel line and it flows really well. And then you would take the pigment and drop it in and it like mix together and fills out. So it's kind of weird because it's like the pigment and thinner are almost separated, so you have to take an extra step for panel lining. But at the same time, it's kind of nice because that just means you use less panel liner, so they last even longer. So not a huge deal. And they say that you can use that solution for cleanup, which you can use it for cleanup. But I tested lighter fluid, like how you would like an enamel panel liner, and it comes up just as easy. So not bad for the price for $2 and some change a bottle, and a pretty nice selection. And they are very fucking UV bright. They're really fun to use.
So you mentioned they last longer than normal panel liner. Have you ever went through an entire bottle of panel liner yet?
Black.
You have?
Yeah, black. I mean, to be fair though, I think I spilled like probably like 1/3 of it at one point when I had knocked like my arm like an idiot. But like I definitely used an entire bottle of panel liner where I was like at the bottom, like shaking it to like hit the brush to like add more fucking ink to it. Yeah.
That's fair. You guys been working on anything new?
I've been snap building some stuff and I got a lot done today with some other kits. I did an overnight build last night of just those little TIE fighters, and then after this episode, I'm going to airbrush the second one because it's almost done. So that's really it. Yeah, he's getting ready for that.
What is that? I can't see.
Jesta.
Jesta is the best.
I'm so excited for that conversion kit Lewis got. Mine just shipped today.
It's tiny.
Yeah, it's a real
It's
good.
fucking tiny. I've been seeing like master grades conversion kits, and I'm like, fuck, this is tiny. I need take my strong hand. I need those type of hands.
Well, thankfully you got the pre-cut masking tape. That'll save you a lot of that time.
Oh my god, yes. There's a lot of sheets.
That's good.
A lot. And I
would
thought it
rather
was
have
only
a lot
gonna.
of sheets than like of one sheet that has like 20, and you're like, so
I
it
thought it
helps
was
with the
only gonna.
bigger sections, but
Yeah, I thought it was only gonna cover the resin conversion kit. No, it covers everything.
Yeah,
Even the regular, the inner frame, everything. I'm like, yes.
yeah, and it makes sense why, because usually like those pre-cut masking sheets are like $11 to $15, but that one was like 22, I think, or 25. And at first, I
Yeah.
didn't really know why, and understandably, it's like 3 or 4 actual sheets of masking tape, not just your normal 1 or 2.
Holy fuck! This has the same hands as the freaking master grade Sasabi.
Yeah, so it's the same as the granddaddy is the same as well as the 3.0 hands.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun build. I can even.
Which my buddy
Oh,
Ethan does
Jesus.
not like the 3.0 hands. He prefers the 2.0 hands. I haven't built many master grades, but 3.0 hands are pretty fucking sick. And when I built my Justa, I was playing with the posable hands for a while and sitting there going, if they could just like scale that down to real grain, I would fucking be crying with happiness.
They could.
Well, they
'Cause
can
even Ethan
eventually.
said like the 2.0 hands, they're very similar to the 3.0. The difference is though is that those last 3 fingers are locked together, like they move together and pose together. He said though, if you're skilled enough and you have a hobby knife, you can slice down and make every single finger fully posable. But like the real grade posable finger hands, the 3 bottom fingers are connected, but if you cut them separately, that doesn't work. Because they're all on a row together on a single ball joint at the very end. So if you cut those first 2, they just fall off.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I hate the real grade expressive hands. Thank God they got
Live
rid of
long
them.
and live long and prosper.
You couldn't even do that with them, bro. You can do that with your Jesta though. Yeah, you can also do the shocker with your Jesta. You could, if you're lucky.
Before we move into tonight's topic, special shout out to Spawn Camp Network. Make sure you guys check them out on Instagram, Spawn Camp Co. You can join the Discord, hang out with us. It's all free, of course. We all watch movies, play games, and just kind of post Gunpla pics, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check that out. You'll find cool shows like the DIGGITY Podcast and WASD and Beyond, and also OBO. So definitely check that out, and check out our sponsor, Usagiboots, on Instagram. Dope ass merch. I just dropped something new again, so it's like constantly.
Usagi, give me Gundam merch, Usagi, please.
And then too, at the end of the episode, there's a Leaping Panda Hobbies code to get you guys a discount. So, let's move into restocks, boys. I'll start us off. Leaping Panda Hobbies, as always, that's our partners. They got in the Alphamon. So anybody that's fans of Digimon, they got that kit in. They also had the Master Grade Barbatos, which is always fun, and then Master Grade Gun Tank. I think we talked about that recently.
That gun tank.
Yeah.
I want it, honestly. Everywhere I got that, and I'm so excited for it. It's old, it's an oldie but a goodie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
the only thing about it, like Ethan said, it was the tracks, the
It's
tank
tedious. You have
tracks.
to build every single tread by one, and then like wrap it around the whole mechanism. Which for some sounds tedious. That shit makes me like so excited.
That makes
That's
sense.
why
he
we're-
said, one thing he said that's sick that I actually really want it. When you build it and you build the arms, when you spin the wrist of the arms, like how they're turrets, the actual turrets will go in and out to like simulate firing.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, like the barrels actually like fire backwards with recoil as you spin them. I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. I need to get a Master Grade gun tank.
That's what I got for Leaping Panda. It's definitely a cool mechanic, though. I wonder
How
if they
much
still
is it
have
on
some in
Leaping
stock.
Pandy?
I'm not sure. I had to check. Lewis,
Maybe I
while
make
I
a
check
bad
the
decision
price,
tonight.
Lewis, you want to bring us into your restocks for this week?
Yeah, I'm doing good fellows at New Jersey, New York, the Gundam Planet. You need to check them out. I totally forgot that I had a bunch of points because I used to buy from them like all the time. But they have the new Haros turning basically Bakugans, but Gundams. They go from Haros into like Zaku's
Oh, I should
Granddaddy,
see those.
Unicorn, and they have the wing one. They have the new HG amplified IMGN Royzurodini. I don't know. I'm
What the hell did you
butchering the
just say to
name.
me?
I don't know. It's Ryujin Moru.
Ryujinmaru.
And they have the Motoroid Rye Earth, the Spirit of Fire. And they have a bunch of HG and 30-minute missions that came into stock. A bunch of figures too. If you're really into anime figures, they have a bunch of Dragon Ball Z figures that they came in, and a lot of Triple X ones, if you know what I mean.
Those are my favorite kind.
Mhm.
Love me some.
I'm actually gonna buy one. I would never own one of these figures, but this one is like subtly like,
This motherfucker lying through his goddamn teeth, bro. Get me out of here.
I own stickers, yeah, fucking
Alright.
right, but not like, oh my god, here comes the
I
beer,
can't wait for
already
Kofu
kicking
to
in.
censor all this shit
Oh,
and
Alex.
be like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Alex,
one
save
beer
us.
in.
Alex,
One
save
beer
us.
I got the Mecha Warehouse. They have Sazabi Verka right now. Still got RG God Gundam and MG Death Scythe Hell, because that is just a sick fucking kit. So everyone should build that fucking kit.
I texted my tattoo artist and asked him if he watched any Gunpla growing up, and if so, or Gundam anything growing up, and if so, what his favorite suit was. And he's like, I was a basic bitch growing up, and I used to watch Wing, and Death Scythe was my shit. So I'll be doing a custom Death Scythe in the future and giving it to him at some point.
That's dope.
Yeah. That site's fun too, man. Was it Hell or no that they got
He
restocked?
didn't specify. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna get him that new one that came out, like the really good Death Scythe that just came out, the high grade.
Okay,
After
yeah,
Colony one, or is it?
yeah.
Yeah, the HGAC. I think that's what it was. I want that one. I mean,
After
that's just a
Colony.
beautiful that one. Yeah, I know what it stands for. I just don't know if that's the actual line that it's from. I think it's a different
What you talking
HG
about?
line. I think it's like a different the one that they used for that specific kit. I'm not sure. Regardless,
Like
it's
6
Yes,
a
Logan,
newer
we
one, and
know.
it's very nice looking and gives me an excuse to buy it without having to keep it.
Have fun
I
with
get to
it.
build it.
Give it
Did you build
someone.
it, Alex?
The MG I did.
The MG you did, okay.
Yeah. I built both Death Scythe and Death Scythe Hell in MG.
The only Death Scythe Hell that I want is that Supernova one with the rib cage that you
Yeah.
actually build. That thing looks sick. Yeah, I haven't bought mine yet. It's like you can get it in stock. It's just like
It's right
every
over
time I
there.
see it, I think of something else that I want to buy, and then I can't afford it.
It's right over there. Fucking camera.
I spent too much fucking time buying all the goddamn other Supernova ones that they make. Blacked out.
Logie, who are you shouting out for a restock this week?
I am shouting out the Canberra Hobbies. They're over. If people don't know who they are, they're based in Australia. They do ship internationally and worldwide. They have really really good pricing. As well as although they are shipping, of course, from Australia, and the shipping price can be a little higher than most. Depending on what you're looking for and what they have available, they generally you can justify the shipping. But from them, I saw that they had some new P Bandais come in, and they had the Master Grade Sandrock, Endless Waltz Armadillo, and the Master Grade X-Ray Repair 3, which are both just kits that I would like in Master Grade. So hopefully I can get those in the future, as well as their DNR fluorescent panel line color set. Really, really good pricing for them, and they work well. I got to test them out this week, and they come in a variety of colors. So whether you buy the whole set or pick and choose, there's definitely a color there that someone would probably like to use for a project in the future. And then the last one is just because you don't see it often, but they do have a P Bandai real grade Zagok in the um, mass production color. So it's like the lavendery blue and dark navy blue colors. I've built that one, and it's really pretty. So a real grade Zagok for you.
Gotta love it. Also,
Giant
too,
robots are pretty.
they always are. That gun tank was $58.99, but it's out of stock now, Logan. So should have got it when you had the chance.
Sleeping
I've seen the
Panda's just
jet.
the man.
Dude,
Don't worry,
yeah,
I
get
find
the
it in 2 seconds.
order in two fucking days. You get your order. It's fucking nice. I waited a little bit of time for my last order, not from them, from somewhere else. Doesn't matter though. Moving on. Moving on, boys. In the spirit of Halloween, little bit of spookiness and kind of creepy shit. Kind of creepy, yeah. We watched the Animatrix, which is, if you guys don't know, an animated like film. But I watched it in like different episodes. The way that I watched it, I know it's a film too.
There's a name for it.
It's like I don't know what the name of it, like how they name that shit, but dude, it was very fucking interesting. And I had never watched it before. Like Matrix, like I've seen the Matrix movies. They're cool. I like the concept of them, but I never got super heavy into it.
Same, yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's a short. Well, it's not really a short movie. It's like a full length movie, but it's
All together it's an hour.
Yeah.
A little over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much all the there's a bunch of short stories into it, and it's all animated. Definitely, I think something worth watching for people to check out, especially if they at least have an interest in the Matrix or if they haven't seen it. It's definitely worth watching. The animation's fucking awesome in it.
Which type? There's so many different.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like watching a Linkin Park music video for like an hour and a half to me. Like that's what it reminded me of.
Me of watching like Love, Death, and Robots, but everything intertwined instead of just being random, which is fine. Like I like both styles. I like how Love, Death, and Robots is just like they reach out to a bunch of random artists and say, "Do whatever you want, just give us a short." And like this is obviously everything makes sense together in some aspect, but I did like how every time you got a new short, it was a different animation style. I will say that like out of like the 4. Only one of them was like significantly different. It was more like CGI style almost, while the other 3 were that more true anime style. They all blended well together. Like one was obviously in all black and white, and they all blended well together. But that last one is like the one where it like takes it to the next level of animation style.
I like the sword fight scene a lot, where they're cutting each other's clothes off. I was like, that's kind of fucking dope.
How did I know that you were gonna say that?
Because he's a horny boy.
I'm a pervert, dude. I like big robots and animated tits, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Power.
And imagine you seeing this at the age of like 12,
dude.
Because it came out in 2003.
Alex, put the facts on it. He hit. I didn't even say that, Alex. You thought to say when it came out.
The prepubescent boy just.
I watched it at work. I don't know about you guys, but I was struggling. Lewis, what do you think about it, man? Give me your thoughts and opinions on the Animatrix.
I love it. I never seen it until you told me, hey man, you should see this. I'm like, I always saw it, like I'm like, I don't want to see it. And then when you told me it was shorts, I'm like, ooh, just like Love, Death, and Robot shit. And I was like, I really like those fucking shit. So I'm gonna give it a try. And I gave it a try, and whoop-de-doo, I liked it. I was like,
What did he do?
Fun fact: she even liked it too. The ball and chain.
Really? Lewis, what'd you think about the animation overall? And then give me your favorite short.
Animation was great. You know, it was interesting. I'm so used to our animation like current that this one like really took me back. I'm like, fuck. I mean, like when I was a kid,
Shows
I
how
would have
far
been,
we've come.
yeah. When I was a kid, I would have been like, holy shit, this shit is fucking insane. And I was like, it's kind of janky, but fine.
It's like not bad though. It's
It wasn't bad. It was just I wasn't used to that, especially with all this anime like fucking Demon Slayer with their animation and
Demon Slayer looks like you're watching
as-
a 3D movie the whole time. It's crazy. It's like
no
an acid trip.
if you fucking watch the last one, the District something,
I haven't seen
can't even
season 2 yet at all.
it's fucking amazing.
We should do a
Like, fucking
review on
amazing.
that.
I'm gonna watch
That
season 1
fight.
in the movie. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Look, I'm getting goosebumps just fucking remembering that animation on that fight. Yeah, oh. But
like the red strands and stuff going around.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a quick clip of that, and that's what I was thinking of whenever I'm like, I haven't seen season 2 yet. Whatever the fuck they're doing over there in the animation makes it look like you're watching a 3D movie without 3D glasses, and you're having like a trip. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
I hope they don't do a fucking 7 Deadly Sins, and the
PG
first
the
fucking
hell out of the
season
movie or the
was
show after
was
that, right?
awesome, and yeah, and then the second season was like, wait, what? Who fucked up the animation here? Who didn't pay who? You know, but again, we're going to
I
Animatrix.
digress.
Yeah, I digress. But it was great. It was. I have one favorite fucking short, and it was, I think, the second to last. It was the one where they captured the robots and then they went
use 'em.
inside. Yeah, I really loved Eon Flux when I was growing up, and that animation like really brought me back to a certain fucking time when I was a child, and I was like, fuck, like it brought me back. It even gave me goosebumps and like emotional. Like I had to pause it in moments because my brain was flooding in with memories that I liked back in the day, and I was
Nostalgia.
like, fuck. Yeah, basically, and it was. I loved it because it was, spoiler alert, but
Not for 19 years though.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
the spoilers are over.
Yeah.
it, you know, they go in, they go into the robot trying to like convert it into being not, you know, in the mastermind or in the weave of the robots, even though we're the ones who fucked it up because we created robots to do our bidding and do, you know, and they just grew a conscience and said like, fuck these dudes, you know? And oh my god, it froze again. Woo!
There it goes. You fixed it.
You're back,
Lewis,
you're back,
you're
you're
back.
back.
You're back. You're fine.
You're
You're
back.
fine.
You're back. No, you got us.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties.
I'm getting some great screenshots.
Dude, we got to keep some of this.
Yeah. Lewis, we can still hear you though. I think.
I can't.
No, we can't.
Well, we can go into Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Alex, give us what'd you think of the animation, and then throw me your favorite.
I mean, the animation's all over the place. It's like, remember Reboot? It's like just a slight tad better than Reboot. I have a little random fun fact about it before I tell you my favorite, though. Tom Kenny does the voice of the operator in the first short,
Oh, that's cool.
which is the voice of SpongeBob.
Really?
So
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, random. but I think my favorite was probably Bounty, the one where the little girl like looks for a cat, and then the goon squad in the gas mask. That's a really good
squad.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites too, for sure. Logan, what'd you think of the animation, and what is your favorite short?
I don't really remember the names well, but my favorite show was the first one for sure. That like kind of set the premise of like what was going on. I don't know why the animation style plus the premise itself gave me like vibes of watching the old Dance Gavin dance music videos of like the robot with human hair. And I don't know why I just love that, and I loved how it almost felt like it was like that same concept explored. It sets that premise where I had watched a recap video on the series after I finished watching it because I needed like some explanation on some things, and something that the YouTuber had brought up, which I thought was interesting and kind of made me rethink the whole movie, was like the whole time after that first story is over, you're trying to debate whether the narrator is a robot or not. You're trying to figure out like who's telling this tale, if it's like the robots telling this tale or if it's the humans. Because there's times where the narrator will say things in other shorts that kind of make it seem like he's hyping up the robots and showing why they're like the better species, I guess, if you will. So it's kind of like in the air of who's actually talking to you and what truly happened after that first story, because everything from there is the Matrix. Yeah, that's why I liked it. The animation styles are all different. I liked all the animation styles. I wouldn't say I had a favorite between any of them. For me, it was more like the stories that they told in the first one, setting that original premise, and then everything that leads up to that and follows that from the other shorts. They set a good bar and a good tone for the rest of the shorts.
That's fair. I liked myself. I enjoyed the animation. Like Lewis said, some of it was kind of like outdated. But for me, I think my favorite one was the kid story, where it's like that teenager and it's
Oh.
focused around him. That was probably one of my favorite ones. It reminded me like a lot of like a Linkin Park video though. Like to a T to me.
Breaking the habits.
So that one was probably my favorite. Like I like the whole thing where like he's kind of like realizing, obviously like the Matrix is real and everything like that, and then like you start seeing agents and shit like that following him and shit like that. I just thought that
Then
one
he
was
starts
fucking
running
cool.
faster and
Yeah,
faster to get away from them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just thought that one was really fucking cool, man. I was a big fan of that one myself.
Well, that one also like relates back to that first one, right? Where you can't tell who won or not because he wakes up after that race, and clearly like all the humans in the world are just like in a like an induced coma and like used as like on life support, and somehow through his like dream he broke out of that, and the robot was like, no, you go back to sleep, and tased his ass, and he fucking went back into his pod. So it's kind of like, again, like who's telling the story.
Yeah, I never thought about that aspect of it, so that's kind of interesting that you did. I never even got that like take from it. That was not something I thought about.
Logan over here on DMT and shit.
Yeah, I know. Logan's the big visionary here. With that being said, what do you guys give it rating wise overall? Alex, you want to start us?
Like 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Lewis, what are you giving it?
A solid 8.
Solid 8.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 8 as well. I thought that
8.
obviously the animation is outdated, but when you think about when it was released, it wasn't really outdated at that time, so I don't really count it. Like if this was released this year, and then we were like, from what else was released this year and last year, like why wouldn't you follow the same premise? Why are you going with this older school? But with it, that was its era, so it's good for its era, and it's still good now. So I give it a good 8. Solid.
Good 8. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna have to join you guys in the 7-8ish era for me. That's what I gotta go with. It was a solid watch, man. I finished it pretty quickly.
I would watch it again with a group of people, or like my girlfriend or something in the future. Definitely is. Them being shorts makes it nice too because you can break it up if you don't feel like busting it all out at once without feeling like you've missed a bunch of crucial stuff and forgot a bunch of crucial stuff. You can kind of pick up, and as long as you know the general premise of what was going on, you're good to go.
Did it make you guys want to watch The Matrix again? Because
No.
it got me wanting to watch the first one because that's the one I really enjoy. I like that one
But
and Reloaded.
and this series is based on like different people, and like people coming from the Matrix into the real world. Well, Matrix is based on the one, and it's always based on Neo. So this was basically
It's like telling other stories of those. It's like Edge Runners almost.
yeah.
Like Matrix is Cyberpunk the game, and then Edge Runners comes out and world builds a little bit more for you, and that's kind of what this did for the Matrix like movie series. For me, it does make me want to watch Matrix. It made me want to wish that there were more shorts that related to that universe that we just watched.
All the same directors, all of them.
Give me more.
Yeah, I was just gonna. So then that was gonna be my follow up question. Does it make you want another Animatrix like 2 movie?
That'd be pretty cool,
Um,
especially with updated new age graphics and animation style. I could see it.
hell yeah.
And especially since they just had another Matrix come out not too long ago. Was it this year?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah. It'd be
And
good timing.
It actually was a pretty good movie. I was shocked, and I like the continuation of even though Keanu Reeves, is aged and everything, but it was a
Fine.
good, yeah, it was a good fucking a final nail in the coffin, if you know what I mean. Like it was a good,
It was a conclusive ending.
yes.
I started. I fell asleep, so I got to rewatch it.
I haven't even.
No better
started it.
time now. So no better
Seen
time
it.
than now. I just watched this. I mean, it made me want to rewatch it, and I definitely would be interested if we got a whole nother set of shorts that were updated animated graphics. I think that would be something really cool to do.
Rare.
With that, any final thoughts on it you guys want to say?
If you haven't seen it and it kind of interests you, read the plot, and if the plot interests you, watch it. It's not for everyone, but for those who like the premise of robots being created to help us and then taking us over and what happens basically like post-apocalypse of that, then you'd probably like it for sure.
Yeah, it's technically Terminator, but
The aftermath and not the current. Yeah, it's not like, I mean, the first one kind of shows, but the first one, it's a short, so it busts through everything up until the end of humanity essentially, and then everything else that follows it is what happens after. So yeah, if you like the general premise, you'll like it. If not, you're not really, I wouldn't say you're missing out, like it's a you
Yeah.
have to go watch this, but if it interests you, you'll have a fun time.
Alex, what were you gonna say? You
I
wanted to
just
say
said
something?
I was agreeing
Oh.
with Logan.
Oh, okay.
Just said yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good watch, man. I would recommend it to people.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, boys, Lewis, you want to give us your plugs, baby?
my plugs is Dark Zero Builder at Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. Even though I'm not really active in Twitch and Twitter, I haven't been active on Instagram because of life situations. But yeah, like I'll be posting some more shit on my Instagram and everything. But yeah, I hand over the torch to Mr. Logan.
Hello. You can find me at zealoushanger.us on Instagram. I haven't been super active as well. I've been posting on my story, but I'm in the process of getting ready to hopefully move soon. So I'm kind of taking a break on any big builds and just kind of been doing some small snap builds and stuff for fun. But once I move, I'll have a nicer setup so I can do a lot more.
Alex, give us your plugs, baby.
find me at @Eka_Shiva, and at Twitch as Sweaty McSwampass.
That always get me.
Yeah. It's a good one.
You need to just like converge them together and have us just name across the board and just
Mecha Swampass.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's what I want. Mecha
That'd be pretty good.
Fuck.
You could find me
or Sweaty Shiva, either or.
Sweaty Shiva.
I
Just
like
mix them
that
both
one,
up.
the sweaty one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do need just one across the board because it's. But I like my sweaty.
I like it too. Keep it. Fuck it. You could find me at XXL_newtype on Instagram.
Magnum.
Yeah, I
What
wish.
does XXL stand for?
It's my shirt size, buddy. And you can find us at BuildBros_US on Instagram. And then once again, make sure you check out Spawn Camp Co. on Instagram. You can find links to all the shows and whatnot through that Instagram profile. So,
Stroked out. Sorry, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen. He's
sorry,
okay, though, trust.
dude. It's the fucking Matrix, man. It's been fucking with the show all night. It's fucking with the way I talk.
Keanu, fuck you, Keanu.
Yeah,
wait,
fuck
wait,
you.
sponsor me, Keanu. Wait, stop, please.
Hey,
Don't John Wick me, please. It was only jokes.
You know, wake the fuck up, Keanu. Quit fucking up our
Wake
shit.
up, Keanu. Fix the router, Keanu. Wake up.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Hey.
Thank you for listening to Build Bros. When you go to check out at Leaping Panda Hobbies, don't forget to use our discount code for 10% off, and that's Build Bros 4.